guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is ghiblib, and today I'm doing the Furnish Me challenge with my friends Squiggles, or as you can see here, I'm typing in squigglysims so that you can find her house on gallery. And I decided to leave all of this in so that I could give a little bit of an introduction. Squiggles and I met through Instagram. We're really good friends. You can head over to her channel that I'll link down below, and you can actually go and download this and do the furnishing challenge yourself. So there's a really long pause where I had to message her on how to actually download this and put it in, but it's okay because it's all sped up, and then it's just building a lot, and then I'll go through and furnish everything. So I took a second to decide exactly what I thought each house or each room would be, and then I had to put in my cheats. So any cheats that you see is ones that I use. So I just kind of took a second to look around the house, decide what I wanted to do with what, add some doors, and so I decided that this one was going to be the kitchen. So I went ahead and put down some tile that I thought would fit, and then I realized that I needed some light to actually work with the floor plan that I was given. So if you're not sure what the Furnish Me challenge is, it's a I don't know if Squiggles and I actually made up our own rules to it, but we were supposed to make the floor plan and furnish the outside and then give it to the other person and let them do it. So you can actually go to her channel, which I already said that I would link, but I'll also link her video that she did of my build down below as well, so that you can see what I did and how she decorated it. And I honestly think hers is way better because it's so cute and she has more stuff than I do. But we did, I'm the one with the less packs than her, so we decided to just do the packs that I had, and then go through it. I've actually never used carpet, so this was, or not carpet, this hardwood floor I've never actually used, and so I decided that this was going to be the kitchen, and trying to figure out how to arrange it differently than what I typically do was actually quite challenging because I'm not a huge fan of the way things such as like the windows and what are they called, the oh my god, the counters clip, and then of course the um curtains. So I tried to make it like as simple as possible. That's not entirely easy. And then I tried to move the windows, but that's like against the rules, so I had to put it back. And it took me a really hard time to try and get it to work, but I eventually got something that looked pretty decent. I kind of like the intricate floor designs, and then I tried to add a lot of cluttering, and anything that I found that I knew I wanted to use somewhere else in the house, I ended up just placing randomly into the house and going back to where I was because I knew that I wouldn't find it anymore. So the red shelf is decluttering. That will also be linked down below. You can find out how to use it just by Googling it or just by watching really closely. It's not super hard to use. It just takes a little bit to get used to it. So there's like a time in this where I noticed that the little divot right here where I put the stove and the fridge was actually supposed to be a fireplace. So I took like a second and messaged Squiggles and was like, I messed up. I put the kitchen where the fireplace is. And it was so funny to me, but she was just like, it's totally okay. Like, it's just for like outside looks. So I just kept going with it. And I tried to add as much decluttering because I love putting stuff on top of the refrigerators, because let's be honest, everybody's refrigerator has nothing on top of it. And if yours does, shout out to you, because that's really hard to do. At least in my opinion, my house, it's not easy to do. I tried to make it like very color coordinated. So I decided to do kind of like a fall thing in here because it's super easy to just go ahead and link the, or go into build mode and use the coloration tool to change the holiday decorations to be something different. And then I believe I made it so that there could be a dog in this house. I'm not actually sure. I do think that I did, but I don't think that it has a dog bed. But if it does, that's great. I don't typically use shelves in kitchens, but I thought that today would be a really good day to learn, and I was trying to use like different shelves that didn't really work out. And then I think I had to do this like a couple of times to get it to all even out. Um, but anyways, I was actually really obsessed with the way this kitchen looked. I'm not really big on like white kitchens. My kitchens that I make are typically extremely dark in the house, in houses that I make, but I kind of made them like green based off of the uh, little curtain over there, the little insides of the curtain. I tried to make it black, white, and green, and then unfortunately I can't change, or I guess that, yeah, I guess I did make them. I just thought I used the Tipsy Toe ones. And then I started going, and I think sooner or later you'll actually see me stutter about whether or not a certain, or whether or not the kitchen being there was fine. But then I moved on to the well, I actually tried to get a better light in there, but the one that I really wanted to be there was super straight down, so it didn't give a lot of light. So I ended up having to change them up and hope that they're good. For gameplay, like, I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy a lot of light in my personal builds that I play with. Most of the houses that I build, I don't actually end up, or at least the ones that I record, I don't end up playing with, just because it takes me so long to record them. I don't end up having time or like wanting to play them because I try and make sure that it's all like aesthetically nice. And then there is some CC in this, custom content in this, but it's linked in the gallery. And if you don't download it, you're not really missing anything. It's just a couple of flowers and that you can end up putting somewhere else. So right here is where I realized it was the the fireplace. So I texted Squiggles and was like, I'm just gonna go for it. And later on, she messages me that it's okay. I think right here is when she messaged me. But I didn't want to cut it out because I thought it was really funny and she would like laugh, and I hope that you get a laugh out of it. But I like really woody or woodsy kind of builds, and that's kind of what I thought this was, where it was kind of like, oh, this could be like a little house kind of outside. And then I'm really obsessed with like aesthetic desks, like the study blurs that you see on like Tumblr, or the study grams that you see. So I tried to make this little corner very like, I guess, cozy. So there's a lot of clutter in here, and then again, like, I don't like things clipping, so I had to move the desk back in order for the curtains to stay there. And I have a heck of a time with curtains. I don't know if you guys do, but like, it'll go on one level and then just instantly change to the next, like the one higher up, and it really, really bothers me. So I added some little stuff under the desk. I added a lot of books. I added a backpack. So the books are actually, I'll show you here in a second. So I have the books there, and then I'll go up and add the two little books on top of it, and you can't really tell that they're like different, and it just gives it more options, because I don't know of anybody who doesn't have like a stack full of books sitting on their desk, because Lord knows I do. And then I didn't really know what to do with this huge open space right here. So I ended up just putting kind of like a decor area. I think I put like like a bunch of flowers where one of the flowers goes, and then some dog photos, like maybe the family is super into animals. And I think like at the very end there's a Christmas tree because there was so much space and I didn't really know what to do with it. So I just kept going with it and hoped that it would all work out in the end. The living room area is probably one of my favorites, just of how it turned out. I tried to make it cozy and use things that I don't typically use in builds or when playing. And this couch, like, I just really liked the idea of having the uh, like orange sofa, so I tried to match the oranges, and that was a lot of pain, let me tell you. Matching these oranges, I don't know why they don't work, and then trying to figure out how I wanted these two to be, like, two chairs to be placed. And I did move the window over, but I ended up moving it back just because it like doesn't look right in either position, because I'm super anal about having my windows like right in the center, but that's totally okay. And I tried to make it like the living room brown and orange, so I have the two orange chairs and then the orange sofa and then some like layered carpeting that has orange in them, and then like this, I'm obsessed with the old-fashioned lamps in this game. Like, I didn't think that I'd like them as much as I do, but they're actually really, really cool. And I'm obsessed with the Monstra plant right now. It's so big. I have earrings for it. I'm trying to get a ring before I have to wear the earrings to a wedding. And so I had to have it in game. So I have two of them, but that's one of the bigger ones, and it really clips outside of the walls sometimes, so you really have to finagle it correctly. But I think I was able to do that here. I love when I have Sims that have books laid around their house. It just like makes it feel so cozy. And I tried to add some walls things behind it, but that didn't work out very well, so I ended up just using them on the corner. And then I ended up changing the bathroom to where the bedroom is and the bedroom to where the bathroom is, because I didn't really like the idea of the bathroom being as soon as you walk into the door. Oh yeah, okay, so I did put down a toy box, so that's great, but I really don't think that I put down a dog bed. So there was the Christmas tree, and then I did add laundry in here, and you can always take that out if you do download it, and you don't want to play with it, or if you don't have it, like, it's perfectly fine. But I personally don't like to play with laundry because it seems like the Sims just constantly have to do laundry, which I feel like you have to do in real life also, but like like the Sims, if you don't wash their laundry for one day, it's like, oh, by the way, these are day-old clothes, and it's like, yeah, of course it's day-old clothes. You wear the same damn thing every day, but we I'd like to put things on top of the um laundry and the washing machine and dryer, and I thought that it'd be really cool rather than putting shelves or anything to put it there. And I was having the hardest time with this pile of clothing, but I managed to get it semi-decently on there, and then add some yellow rugs. I don't know who if you do not put rugs down outside of your even your like in person or in Sims outside of your um shower, like, we're stepping on like cold um tiles and like dirt, and like that's not okay with me. Like, please put down um little carpets. So I found that side table, and it was so cute. I had to keep it, and I really wanted to keep this little area blue, and I tried my hardest. There's the other monster plant, but I think I took it out. um and then added another one. So all of the CC again is linked into the description on the gallery. It will not be linked in the description under here, just because it will take me a long time to find it yet again. So it will be there. You're more than welcome to just go there and in game and click on it in order to get the um, downloads instead of downloading the house. If you don't like it, that's totally fine with me. But I wanted to try and keep the rooms and have them like color-wise, and then just go from there. So I think I'm about to wrap up this build. This was the Furnish Me challenge, so I do hope that you enjoyed it and that you go and download it. And I noticed that this spot was kind of like empty, so I had to retext Squiggles and ask her what it was, and I ended up putting my own thing down because I thought that it was a swing set, but it didn't really fit with where she had the little dirt, so that was fine. So I just added my own thing, and again, like, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you in the next one.